1, 2, 3, 4. Here are 5 things to help you if you're just starting out playing guitar, get going a little faster. So the first thing you should do is tune your instrument before you play. If you don't have a built-in tuner like this guitar has, you can always use a chromatic tuner that you plug into, or you can use your smart device to download a free tuner like Guitar Tuna and just play the note and make sure that it's in tune. If you're playing chords with a note out of tune, how will you know you're playing the chord right? Or are you just going to learn to play the guitar when it's slightly out of tune and never know what it's like to have the glory of being in tune? So tune your guitar first. One of the harder things to do when you're learning to play guitar is to move from chord to chord smoothly. One trick you can do to help you do that is keep your right hand moving. A lot of my students struggle with this. They have a chord, they're strumming it, then they stop and get to the next one, and it's really hard to make it even. The other thing is you're giving your left hand an excuse to take its time and step into each chord finger by finger. If you keep your right hand going, you can force your left hand to go along with it. Just keep it moving, even if it's just a simple down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Don't let that right hand stop, and your left hand will come right along. Speaking of chords, a lot of students, when they're first starting out, think of the chords as this finger goes here, that finger goes there, then that finger goes there, then you have a chord, right? Or in the case of Dave Matthews, chop a finger off, tie it to the other side of your hand, then put it down, and you have a chord. What you want to do is have all of your fingers get there at the same time. Like a machine press, when it's cutting out a piece of metal, it comes down and the whole stamp happens at once. The whole piece is cut right out. It's the same thing with the guitar. You want all of your fingers to get there at the same time. And what you do to fix that is you can find the chord, make sure it's right, play each individual note so you don't have any that are muted or buzzing. Now, like a toddler would, look at your hand. Watch your hand when you do this. Lift the fingers up slightly, just off the string, but keep them in the same shape that the chord has. Then set them back down. We call this a press exercise, and if you do this, eventually they'll all get used to landing in that place. So when you're coming from way far away on the neck, you can still get to that chord straight away. Piece o' cake, or kale if you're on a diet. Sometimes when you're playing individual notes, when you're trying to play a melody, you'll find yourself confused as to how do I really get this right. And one way that you can help yourself get it right is to sing it. You want to have that in your ear. If I'm going to play Hall of the Mountain King, but I decide that I'm going to learn it with, if my first finger goes here, then this finger goes here, then there, 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 then there. What I'm hearing is then there, 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 then there. That's not the melody. So sing the melody. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. It'll help you find the right note. Because if you're singing ba do da do da do da, but you're playing ba do da 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 da, you'll know something wasn't quite right. And the singing is a good thing to get used to doing with the guitar because you want to have an idea of what happens when I put my finger here at this part of the guitar before you put it there. You don't want to be just getting lucky. Oh, that was good. I was lucky. I want to know that this goes right? Right? So here's the one you probably knew was going to be on this list. Practice, right? Because practice makes better, if not perfect. But I want to tell you 3 things that make practice different from just picking up your guitar and playing for the joy of playing. Okay? First thing is, have a goal in mind. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to work on Ashes because that line is hard to play. I'm going to work on that. So now I've got my goal. What I really need to do is get my metronome out. Now, if you don't have a metronome, you should just turn on your smart device and you can download a free metronome. And it should have 2 abilities. One, to play either 3 or 4, so 3, 4, 4, 4, 6, 8 times. And it should also be able to have 2 sounds that it plays. Maybe a high note for the one and low notes for the rest, or let you change instruments between the first beat, second beat, third beat, because you want to know exactly what one is. And you want to practice slowly with the metronome. Take each thing. It's hard to play slow. You have to have control. You can't just futz it, because then people will hear it. You'll hear it. And the other thing, when you decide to practice, write down how long you practice each task. At the end of the week, look back at what you practiced and see, you know what? I spent a lot of time working on Ashes, but I didn't do very many press exercises. Maybe I should do some more press exercises to keep my chords smooth. And that's 5 simple things that anyone who's just learning to play guitar can do. You can do it, and I hope that this has been useful for you. Peace and song. Hey, if you liked this video, click like. But don't thank me, thank my patrons who make it possible for me to make videos. And if you would like me to make more and you'd like to help out, hop over to patreon.com/jeffersongs and just subscribe there. You also get to see some things that other people don't get to see in here. Crazy music stuff. Peace and song.